Well, hello there, and welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, hello, my name is Helena. I am a makeup enthusiast, and today we are testing out my new, we are reviewing the brand pinkcrushcosmetics, because I recently got an order from them that I made some time ago. This is an American brand, and shipping to Europe is not the fastest. So I have gotten my order now. I ordered 3 eyeshadow palettes, and I thought that, well, what better way to test them, if not in front of the camera. So we are doing several different eye looks for this video. I think I will do at least 2, maybe even 4. But before we jump into the video, as I said, my name is Helena, and on this channel I love to test new makeup, especially eyeshadow palettes. It's a big... If you notice my background, you can probably tell that I love eyeshadow palettes. But I also love to use the makeup that I already own, so I do a lot of project panning also on this channel. So if that sounds interesting to you, I would love for you to subscribe before moving on. And yeah, let's get into testing these eyeshadows. So, as I said, I bought 3 eyeshadow palettes. They recently, like this year, they released a bunch of new palettes that all looked very interesting. I went for their Lucid Dreams because of the name and also the shades I will show you. And other than that, I also got, they call this irregular palette because it's not, it's like the, what do you call it? There are some irregularities on it. And I also bought the Phenomena palette. So, first of all, Lucid Dreams is looking like this. I love the packaging. And I was very intrigued. I saw the show Behind Her Eyes. That made me think about, this palette made me think about Behind Her Eyes. Have you seen that show? It's started out super well, then it became like really weird and twisty, and I wasn't sure if I liked it, and then kind of turned it around even more at the end, and like at the end I felt like I liked it. So this is what the color story looks like. I love this type of color story. There are some greens and blues and some... We have some duochromes or even multichromes. So this palette retails for... I just looked at it and of course I forgot. $35.95 on their website. And the palette Phenomena, so this is an all shimmer palette with some duo and multichromes. It looks like this, and the outer packaging is also very stunning. I like this like matte cardboard. Since this is duo multichrome, it's a bit more expensive, so this one retails for $43.95 US. And yeah, I think it's stunning looking. And then finally Pink Crush is they call it a hyperchrome palette. This one is also like an all shimmer, but since this is an irregular one, I bought it for $32 instead of $43.95. And if you wonder what the irregularities, like what it means, if you can see here, there is like some oil spill like transferring between the shades, and this is not, I mean, a lot of other palettes do this for me, especially Odin's Eye tend to do this a lot, and there's nothing wrong with the eyeshadows, it's just like the formula, it happens. So I thought, I don't care that this little beauty stain will be there, because the eyeshadows is what is most important, right? So what we're going to do, so I have two like all shimmer shade palettes, which is why I believe that I might be doing more than 2 looks. But we are starting out with Lucid Dreams on one eye, and then I will do another look on the other eye. So I'm going to zoom you in, and let's shove some eyeshadows on my eyeballs. Alright, we are close. You can see all on my face. I had an issue with my contouring today. Let's ignore this. So what do I want to do? I think I want to do something purple, because we have like this purple and that one. So I think I'm going to start off with the shade Delirious and put that in my crease. Have you seen the show Behind Her Eyes? I felt like it was memed a lot, like in a short amount of time. This is a nice pigmented purple. Yeah, I saw like for 2 or 3 weeks, like the entire Instagram was just memes about Behind Her Eyes, and then it kind of disappeared. But I saw the show because of the memes, because I hadn't actually heard about it before I saw the memes. And the actress who plays the main character, she's so fucking beautiful. I'm gonna cover my face with her face because she deserves to be there. But yeah, I enjoyed the show. It was very twisty, but it's something. It's memorable. It's called, not anything more. Okay. Let's see if this is clean. I am picking up Daydream, that purple, and I'm putting that on the outer. Can we appreciate the pigment in these purples? Purples are notoriously tricky to do right, and there is some kick up in pan, but it's not an issue for me. Let me know, are you do you have lucid dreams? Back to Delirious. It's dreams where you are like aware that you're dreaming. That was like the premise of Behind Her Eyes. I actually have lucid dreams every so often. I would say that it's more common for me to say that I have them from time to time than to say that, yeah, I remember that handful of times. No, it's happening. I actually have lucid dreams every so often, and I was surprised when I heard that none of my friends used to have that. Right, so what do I want to do next? Do I want to just take an easy, like, maybe Surreal? Because that's like purple but also green. That's nice. Lucidity. OMG. This is Divinity. I can't twist my... I think I'm going for the shade Surreal, and I'm going to spray the brush when I apply this. So, picking up the shade Surreal and I don't think I even managed to spray the brush. Now it feels wet. That's a beautiful shade. Alright, what do we want to do next? What do we want for the inner corner? So these are the two from the Phenomena palette. So we have Halo and Moonbow. So this is Halo and this is Moonbow. Maybe? I'm going with Halo, which is that shade. You know what? Let's just pick up Moonbow because that felt a bit more dry and not as opaque, and let's do that up on top. I'm so tempted to make another order from Unported Cosmetics because they are releasing their palette All I Ever Wanted Volume 2, and that's like a big palette with only like duochromes, multichromes, but using these, like these shades, are all I ever wanted. So maybe I don't need to do that. I am in love with that multichrome madness. Alright, I'm taking the... Let me just clean the brush. Taking just... maybe I will go in with the dark purple called Utopia. And add that on the outer part of my lower lash line. Taking a small brush. Maybe I should wet this. So this one is like a shimmer, but or maybe more of a satin. It looked shimmery in pan, but like it's not completely matte. But I do appreciate that color because we're able to deepen everything up here. Okay, going back into Delirious, I'm just gonna run that, taking it down quite a bit because I love doing that. Alright, loving this. Then let's dig into... let me take Dreamlike, which is that green shade down there, and add that on the lower lashes as well. And now I will spray it. And going into Halo to connect that inner corner. Okay, let me pop on mascara and I will be back for look number 2. Alright, so this is the first look using Pink Crush eyeshadow palette Lucid Dreams as well as Phenomena, and I am so impressed. Like, I haven't used a glitter glue. There isn't like, there was some tiny fallout, but not bad, like barely visible. And these purple, the matte purples, they are performing so brilliantly. And the duo and multichromes, like, oh my god, I'm in love with the blend, the like gradual shift between the duochromes. I don't know if it picks up as good on camera as it does in real life, but oh my god. I decided to take the Colourpop Cream Gel Liner in Catsuit on my lash line. And this is what we're looking like. So let's move on to look number 2. For this look, I of course want to dip into the green ones. So we have Illusion, which is like a more of a teal green, and then we have Paradise. So let me start off with, I think I want the Illusion on the inner part and Paradise on the outer part. And going into the shade Illusion. Alright, going into Paradise next. I'm just using the same brush. Maybe like so, and I'm gonna see, they are looking quite similar on the eyes. Like, there's this slightest change in tone. Taking a clean brush and just going up on that edge. Back into Paradise. Right, now maybe I will use some from the Pink Crush Hyperchrome palettes. So what can we do? That will be fun. So yummy. Cut the crease. Oh, they are so beautiful. Alright, I will cut the crease. This is just a concealer. And let's go into Egocentric, and I will put that like on the majority of the lid, and maybe I will use Hyperactive on the outer part. Switched it up because the greens are kind of like, was it even necessary doing a cut crease? That's what it's feeling like now. Anywhoosies, what do we do on the inner part of the eye? Do we take Dopamine? Or do we take Spasodic? Now I'm into like, do I take Hysteric? Or do we take Frenzy? Let's go for Frenzy. which is that like gold pink. Okay, on the lower lashes I want to do something drastic with this. I want to go places. Let's do pink. What brush do we take? We take a small brush and I am going into Slap Happy. Okay, so this is the other eye. I might have ruined it because I wasn't impressed with the like distinction between the cut crease and the crease. So I took the hyped up shade and tried to like line it, and I'm not super happy with that decision, but you know, it is what it is. I do really love the performance of these shadows. They are super easy to work with, super pigmented, like you can blend them so easily. It's just all I ever wanted. Let me zoom you out maybe, you to talk. So we have used from a couple of shades from the Pink Crush palette. I will, I think, tomorrow do 2 other looks, like one on each eye, and I will just speed you through that process. But I am really enjoying these palettes and I look forward using them even more. Which I will do in a short while tomorrow. Hello, so now it's a new day and I am gonna do 2 more eye looks, one on each eye, and I think that I will try and speed through the application for this part, and then I will talk to you about my order from Pink Crush Cosmetics at the end and what I think about the palettes. are the finished the two final looks using the 3 different palettes from pinkcrushcosmetics. So, what are my final thoughts? Wow, I am stunned by the performance of these shadows. I can't find any words. I thoroughly enjoyed using them. They are so pigmented and easy to blend and work with. I decided to go for a reddish eye on this side because I often don't use like reds because if you know my eyeshadow panning products, you know that I have quite many red shades, and I panned the Modern Renaissance last year, so I opted for using Solar Winds. This is from the Phenomena palette. That is what that one looks like. So this is more like a coppery red shade. So it was either that one, look how you see, or the one that I chose, which is High Strung from the Pink Hyper Pigment palette. And that is, so this one is more pinky. It has a pink reflex, whereas the other one has like a gold reflex. So that was what I went for. And I went to do like a more halo eye on this side. I used the final, I wouldn't call this matte, this is also more like a satin than the other I used for the looks yesterday. So this blue down here called Tranquility, I used that on the inner and outer part, and then I ended up using the shade Nebula from the Phenomena palette in the center, and on top of that I took Moonbow just to blend it out on top. I cannot praise these palettes enough. Sure, there will be like taxes and shipping and everything if you want to order them to Sweden or somewhere else in Europe, but if you live in the US, congratulations, these might be quite easy for you to get a hold of. And I mean, the price is right. This one was, of course, was the most expensive one. The other one was on sale because of that beauty mark, but they are absolutely 100% worth the money. And these ones with the mattes, I am so sad that I didn't pick up even more. They had like one, what is it called? Like Nocturnal Garden or something that was more green and brown. In hindsight, I should have picked that one up also, but you know, one can only spend that much on one purchase. If you wonder what I'm wearing on my waterlines, on this side I'm using the Linda Hallberg Anger Mood red crayon, and then on this side I'm using the trusty Catsuit cream gel liner from Colourpop. And let me know which look do you think do you prefer? Have you bought anything from Pink Crush Cosmetics? Please leave comments saying hi and so on. But other than that, I will see you hopefully in my next video. Bye guys!